What is up, you guys? Matt from My Process, and guys, today I want to talk to you guys about something that I haven't really talked to you guys about, in the past or in any of my other videos. But this is actually about shoe reselling. I don't know if you guys have heard of shoe reselling, but it's basically just buying, more of a limited shoe that's getting released. Buying it for retail price and then selling it for, hopefully a price that is over whatever that retail price is, and then obviously like making a profit from that. So that's what shoe reselling is. And I want to tell you guys about an experience that I just had at my first in-store shoe release, and it was like super cool. So basically what that means, what an in-store shoe release is, it's basically a limited shoe that's getting released, and you can either buy that shoe online on like, if it's an Air Jordan shoe, then you go on like Nike.com or whatever, or if it's some Adidas shoe, then you go to Adidas.com. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is, you can either go online or in some stores it actually releases at the actual store. So basically how that works is you wait in line. And then hopefully if they have enough pairs, for you if in your position in line, hopefully you can get the shoe. But obviously you run a chance of going there and not getting the shoe because you were too late or whatever. There's a lot of risk that goes in the in-store because you have to go there early and stuff like that and wait in line and whatnot. I'm sure you guys understand it and stuff like that. But I want to tell you guys a little bit about my first experience at an in-store shoe release. And just everything that happened. It was just super interesting. So I'll get right into the story. So basically, a couple days ago, my friend asked me, he was like, hey Matt, he's also into shoe reselling, by the way. He was like, hey Matt, the Air Jordan 1 bread toes are actually dropping at a store that's in Jacksonville. Like, do you want to go and you want to wait in line, you want to wake up early on Saturday and try and get them with me? And I was like, dude, hell yeah, like that sounds awesome. That sounds like a ton of fun, one, and two, we can hopefully get the really cool, we can get the shoe, you know what I'm saying, we can get the Air Jordan 1 bread toe, that would be awesome. So I was like, definitely bro, let's do it. So then, basically, I wake up at like 8 a.m. and this place is like 30 minutes away. The store opens at 11, and we were hoping to get there around an hour early, you know what I'm saying, and we honestly did not think that this shoe would, that a lot of people would come for this shoe because one, it's not as limited it's not as limited of a shoe as like other shoes are, like Yeezys are, like some other shoes that you may know. It's not as limited. The Air Jordan isn't as limited as these other shoes are, but it's still a hot commodity, and I think and a lot of people wanted it apparently. So basically, I wake up at like around 8:30 or whatever, and then I leave to go there, and it takes me about 30 minutes to get there. So I get there at around like 9:30, 9:40, so this is about an hour and a half before the store opens. And my friend meets me there, and I'm kind of sitting in line or whatever, and I'm not too familiar with like the whole in-store shoe release experience. But when I got there was a big line in front of me. There's probably like 20-25 people sitting there, and the only problem is, and this is like the risk that you run by going to in-store shoe releases, you don't know how much of that shoe the store is holding. You know what I'm saying? They could have 30 shoes, or they could have 10. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know, and the thing is, the store doesn't even tell you either. So you have to kind of just sit there and hope for the best and hope that they have enough pairs for where you are in line. Like I said, I get there and there's about 25 people in front of me, and my friend shows up, and he was like, and he's a lot more experienced in all this than I am. He was like, dude, Matt, like I don't know if this is worth it, bro. Like I might head back home. Like I don't think that we're gonna get the shoe. And I was like, my man, like I live like 30 minutes away. Like I came all the way out here. Like I'm gonna stay. Like there's no point in driving a full hour, not to get and not to get a shoe, or not to at least try to get a shoe. And he was like, okay, that's cool. So, and he lives about 5 minutes away, so he just went back home. And he was like, yeah, just let me know if anything happens or whatever. So I was like, okay. I'm kind of just like chilling by myself and stuff like that, like just on my phone, looking at shoes and whatnot. And then, I start talking with some of the guys that were around me, right? So, like, these guys are also, super interested in shoes, and some of them, like, collecting shoes, and some of them, like, reselling shoes and stuff like that. And it was just amazing being able to meet these people and talk with them and learn about their hustle and learn about what their interests are. And it was so cool because, I just started talking to them. I started learning from them as well. And some of these guys, like, they're making like thousands of dollars on just shoe reselling alone. So that, you know, it was amazing just being able to talk with them and learn from them and figure out their methods of getting shoes and their techniques and how they sell it and the, you know, the platforms that they sell it on and whatnot. So I just was able to learn so much from all these people that I was talking to and connecting with and building a relationship with. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's these two guys that were in front of me in line that, you know, I talked with for probably a good hour, just, you know, not only about, like, shoes and stuff like that, but also just, like, life in general and whatnot. So I just had amazing conversations, and I built some, you know, long-lasting relationships. It's so funny, like, I got the Snapchats of, like, two of the guys that I was talking to and stuff, and we're still, like, I'm pretty sure I got, like, a notification of him, like, from him, like, a couple minutes ago, like, you know, and, you know, we're just talking about shoe reselling and whatnot. So it was so great being able to learn from these people, and learn their methods of how they're doing it and stuff, because, you know, me being new into this game, I really am trying to absorb as much knowledge from people. I'm really starting to learn more about the market and learn more about, you know, what's blowing up and what's big and what shoes are, you know, really hyped and what shoes aren't, and you know, what brands are really up and coming and stuff like that, and like and just like, you know, how to cop a shoe, you know, it's super limited, or how to, you know, start getting into the Supreme world and that whole world of reselling and stuff like that. So I don't know, it was just absolutely amazing to be able to talk with these people and learning their stories and learning, you know, how they got to the position where they are right now. And it's you know, it's really funny. Like, you can look at these in-store shoe releases as like a networking event, because, like, you're basically all there for the same reason. You all either like shoes or you like reselling shoes, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, you're in the same area as people who have the same interests as you, so it's basically just a networking event for me. It was so great, and it was so amazing because everyone's so diverse, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I think there was some 40, 50, I think there was like some 30, 40, 50-year-olds in there, and then there was some, and then the kids that I was talking to were like, they were like 15, 16 years old, like, just like me. So, like, that was awesome, you know, being able to connect with all these different types of people. Everyone was so nice, and just super amazing community of guys too. So that I built a lot of long-lasting relationships, like I said. So basically, you move the story forward, you know what I'm saying? I connected with these guys, talked with these guys a lot, and then 11 o'clock hits, and that's when the store opens. They start letting people get in the store and stuff like that. And how it works is the manager only allows 2 people in at a time, and then they get to buy their shoe, whatever. They get to pick the shoe, and then they leave, and then another 2 people come, and then they leave, and then another 2 people come, and then that process continues until, like, the line's kind of done, or until they've ran out of the shoe. But basically, you know, I'm probably 25th. I'd say I'm probably around 25th in line. And by that time, by 11 o'clock, you know, there's a whole line behind me. I'd say there's another 25, 30 people behind me at least. Probably even more. It went all the way around the corner, you know, around the corner of the street. So that was, like, insanely awesome too, to see how many people were into this stuff. Like I said, you know, the 11 o'clock hits, the store opens, and people are going in. And like I said, this whole time I was trying to get, you know, the Air Jordan 1, you know, bread toes. Like, those are the ones that I really want to get. Those are the ones that have the most profit. Even though there were 3 shoes that were releasing on that one day, you know, those Air Jordan 1 bread toes, like, those were the ones that, you know, that almost everyone was trying to get, and those are the ones that, you know, you can profit the most off of. So basically, almost every single person that came out of the store was holding, you know, the bag, and in the bag, you know, there was the Air Jordan box. So, like, I knew, like, they were running out quick. Like, they were, like, everyone was trying to get these shoes. So there's 4 guys in front of me that are left before I get to go in the store. And one of the guys that were in front of me, they went in, and one of them came out with the Air Jordan, but another one came out with not that shoe, with a different shoe. I was, like, really scared because I thought that they may have ran out and stuff like that. I don't know. There's so many thoughts of, you know, not being able to get the shoe just came in my head and stuff like that. So basically, you know, they leave, and the guys right in front of me go in. And, you know, and I was kind of sitting there, and I was just kind of waiting for them, and then they come out, and they're like, "Hey, dude, yeah, we got the Air Jordans." I'm looking, and they got them. And they walk away, and then, you know, the manager calls, you know, "Next 2 people, please," and then I, you know, walk up. I reach for a door, and the bodyguard actually opens the door for me and kind of, like, lets me in or whatever. So I was like, "Dang, dude, like, thank you." He's, like, really cool to me. So I'm, like, looking around. This place, like, super professional, like, super well done, and, like, shoes, like, on the walls, and just, like, really cool brands are all over the place. So the guy in front of me goes and he wasn't trying to resell. He was just trying to buy the Air Jordan 1 just to buy it and just to, just so he can wear it and stuff like that, because it's a dope shoe. So he goes, he asked the lady, like, hey, like, do you guys have the Air Jordan 1? They were like, yeah, like, what size do you need? And she was like, and the guy was like, yeah, like, do you guys have like a size 8? And the lady was like, no, no, we don't have any more sizes of that. Then he was like, do you have 8.5? And she was like, no, we don't have any more of that. Like, do you have a 9? And then she was like, no, we don't have any more of those. Like, and those are basically everything that he was, trying to get or whatever. Like, those are the sizes that, fit him. So he was like, no. Like, do you guys have like the Air Max 98s, which was another shoe that they were selling. And they were like, yeah, we got one of those. So so I was scared because, so he got the Air Max 98s, which was another shoe that they were selling. But I was scared because it didn't sound like they had any of the sizes left. So I came up to her and she was like, what shoe do you want? I was like, the Air Jordan 1, bread toe. And she was like, okay, like, what size do you need? And I was like, do you have like a 9.5? And she was like, no, we don't have any more of those. Like, I was like, okay, like, do you have a 10.5? And she was like, no. I was like, do you have an 11? And she was like, no, we don't have any more of those. And I was like, okay, do you have a 10? So she was like, okay, let me go check in the back. And basically she comes out with this baby. And I actually got this shoe, guys. So I'm super, super happy about that, guys. And I actually got this shoe, guys, and it is absolutely amazing. It is such a dope shoe. I'll show you guys the shoe right now, and I'll cut to that. The moment we have all been waiting for, to see the actual shoes. I think you guys are going to absolutely love it. These things are insanely amazing. They're just beasts of a shoe, guys. The colorway is so cool, and all that stuff, so I'm about to show you it right now. So here is the box that we got right here. Really, really cool box, just standard Nike Air Jordan. So guys, but the most important thing that we have been waiting on is the Air Jordan 1 bread toe. Dang, these are just so, these are basic, guys. Obviously they don't have the laces on them, because that's how they come. They expect to lace it yourselves however way you want it. I'm just gonna set this up so it looks like a cool little shot. But yeah, guys, these shoes were $170 for retail, and these are just absolutely dope shoes, just insanely amazing colorway, and these have been really, really hyped up for a really, really long time. So yeah, guys, that is the shoe. I hope you guys really, really liked it, because these shoes are just absolute beasts, guys. So yeah, guys, those were the Air Jordan 1 bread toes. And yeah, guys, that's it. I get the shoe, I'm paying for it and stuff like that, and I'm like super, super happy and stuff like that. The manager comes in, and he was like, hey, and he was talking to the person that was working there. He was like, hey, how many pairs of the Air Jordan 1s, bread toes do we have left? And she was like, we have one, we literally have one more pair. So I got the second to last Air Jordan 1 bread toe, and I was just freaking out. I was so happy, and I was just insanely happy that I got this shoe. So obviously the luck was on my side and stuff, but this was just such a great experience. But yeah, guys, this was just absolutely amazing experience. I got the shoes that I wanted, and guys, like, I really, really am. I absolutely love this whole world of shoe reselling, because it teaches me a lot. About supply and demand, and just about, just hustling, and just, all these different things, just developing all these different skills. It's just so important for my journey moving forward, and just, it's a cool way to make a quick buck here and there, and it's just for me, it's just a ton of fun. It's a great experience, whether I got the shoe or not. I think it was an absolutely amazing experience, being able to meet all these different people and go through, this whole little emotional, like, some of the, like, all these different emotions that I had to go through, like, during this experience was just, it was just so great. And like I said, meeting the people was just, absolutely amazing as well. So that was so cool, guys, and I think, if you guys are trying to find a way to get a little bit of money here and there, guys, shoe reselling is just, I wouldn't say an easy way, but it's a really fun and simple way to, make a little bit of money here and there, and also, have a great amount and have a ton of fun as well, like, while you're doing it. So yeah, guys, I basically got the shoe that I wanted. I'm really, really excited to to sell it and stuff like that. But basically, and here's something that's actually really funny. My friend calls me, and my friend that was with me originally, he calls me up. He was like, "Hey Matt, did you get the shoe?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got it." And he was like, "Oh, okay, awesome. If you want, you can come over to my house, and I can list it for you on my Goat account, and Goat is like an app where most people sell their shoes off of." So I basically go to his house, and he takes pictures of the shoes and puts it on his Goat account. And we were looking at some of the price on eBay, and some of them for like $260, $270. People who are reselling the shoe and stuff like that. Retail price was $160, but with tax, I actually bought it for $170, right? So the price of the shoe that I bought it for was $170. So we were like, we could put it up for $260, $270. My friend was like, let's put it up there for $310. Okay, so I was like, oh sure, why not? Like, let's do it or whatever. And he was like, you'll see or whatever. And leaving his house, and he was like, yeah, dude, I'll send you the shipping label and all that stuff. Once it gets sold, and I'll send you the money in a week or so. Hopefully if it gets sold by then or whatever. So I was like, oh, okay, awesome. So I leave his house. I leave my friend's house, after he lists the shoe on his Goat account, and basically, guys, I left his house 10 minutes into driving home or whatever. I get a call from my friend, and I pick it up, and he says, "The shoe's sold," and I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Dude, the shoe's sold. The shoe's sold for $310," and I was like, "How?" Like. And I was just freaking out, dude, because this is like the first shoe that I've made this much money on, and that I've ever made this much money on. You know what I'm saying? I bought them for $170 and I sold them for $310. That's a $140 profit. That's absolutely insane to me. I've never made that much money off of a shoe, and I've only been doing this for like a couple months. You know what I'm saying, guys? That was, I'm just like freaking out right now, and. I was like shaking the car, and oh my god, it was crazy, guys. I'm in the car and I got it, and I me and my friend literally sold the shoe in a matter of 10 minutes from me getting the shoe. So man, that was such a great feeling, just listening and getting that message back that they've sold. But honestly, guys, looking back on this whole experience, whether I got the shoes or not, or whether I profited from this money, or whether I got $150 or not from this, it does not matter at all to me. I really just absolutely love this whole experience that I just got, and this whole journey that I've been going through. You know what I'm saying? This experience has just been absolutely amazing. I'm so happy that I was able to meet the people that I met, get the value from them, and just learn a ton from these people as well as just going through this whole process of trying to get these shoes, and the emotions of trying to get them, and the journey of trying to get these shoes as well. So I'm really, really happy that I was able to share this experience with you guys as well. If you guys wanna see more of me doing shoe reselling, or just this whole process of me getting some money out of shoe reselling and just going through this whole process, if you guys want to see more of it, definitely like this video and comment in the comment section what you guys think of it. I might make this a series if you guys really want me to, but other than that, guys, I hope all of you guys have an amazing day. Keep just absolutely loving the process, guys, and keep moving forward in your life every single day. Have an amazing day. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.